about to have full face laser hair removal. I don't know about you guys, but midlife is sprouting some unwanted facial hair, and I've had enough. Last week on Instagram Live, I did a comparison of shaving half my face and doing dermaplaning on the other half of my face to see like which one got rid of the fuzz and like those kind of rogue hairs that I'll sometimes get. And to be honest with you, the shaving side of my face felt much smoother. But today, I'm waiting on the technician right now. Today I'm doing full face laser hair removal. And the reason is, you guys, I don't know why it didn't dawn on me earlier, to be honest with you. I did laser hair removal a long time ago on my armpits, on my legs, but remember, it doesn't get the blonde hair, so it only took the brown hair kind of away. And so because my underarm hair was like a light brown and my skin is white, I haven't shaved my underarms in so long. I don't even remember last time I shaved my underarms. So I'm hoping it's going to have the same effect on that kind of midlife mustache or those little rogue hairs. I have no makeup on right now, but I wanted to show you why I'm doing this. Even though you pluck a hair out or you shave a hair off, there's still like a little pore. Looks like a little pore, but it looks as if you've got like a pore on your skin. And so I don't want that. I want my skin to be as smooth as possible. And so while this hair is still dark, not dark, but brown, I'm gonna get it with laser hair removal. So I'll show you a little bit of, here's the device. We're still waiting on the technician, but this is the device that they use. And I can tell you a little bit about it. It's gonna be a little bit much with me moving my ring light all around, but hi everybody, let me see who's on here. Hi for craft's sake. I'll let you guys start coming on. They're running a little bit behind. Creative Eye Candy said it's having trouble uploading. I'm on a different Wi-Fi, so hopefully we don't have any problems like that. How many treatments are you gonna have? It really depends for craft's sake, because I'm like the perfect candidate for this. And I know not everybody is the perfect candidate for laser hair removal, but I happen to be the perfect candidate because, well, in some instances, because my skin is fair and my hair is darker color than my skin. So you want that contrast. I remember when I did my underarms, I had like 3 treatments and it never grew back, like literally to this day. And that was, God, over a decade ago. And the thing that I really like about laser hair removal is that shadow is gone. So even though, you know, when you shave your underarms, you still have that kind of shadow of the hair follicle underneath the skin, this gets rid of all of that. So it really creates a very even skin tone. So before it turns white is when I need to get it. When I did laser hair removal on my legs years ago, it barely took it all. I still have so much, you know, leg hair, because it only would really take the brown off. So I'm going to talk to the technician today and find out, are they coming up with anything that is being more effective on the peach fuzz? Because how many of my midlife women out there have like a little bit of, not like a full-on beard, okay? I know I've been talking about that on my content recently, and when I did the last show on Saturday where I shaved and I did the dermaplaning, I know I'm talking about like the midlife mustache and the midlife beard. It's not a full-on beard, you guys, okay? But I am tired of the upkeep, because the upkeep is a lot. Now I have multiple different things that I do that create hair growth. One of them, of course, is hormone replacement therapy. So that is going to, when you're on testosterone, which I'm on testosterone, is going to create more hair growth. And it's that balance between how much estrogen do you have and how much testosterone do you have that really kind of tips that scale to where your body starts producing hair with on those androgen receptors. So there's a scale tip that happens when you go through menopause, and so that's part of it. But when I visited my mom this last time, I found like a little rogue white hair on her chin, and I said, Mom, can I pluck that? So I plucked it, and she said, thank you, which was an indication to me that it doesn't matter how old you are, right? You're still going to want to look your best. And girls, women out there, you know, like when you get that magnifying mirror and then you find that hair that you didn't know was there, and you're thinking, my God, has that been center stage for this whole event I was at, or this Zoom I was on, or this coffee thing that I went to? And when you find that after the fact, it's like, oh, I just, you know, I wish I would have caught that. So my thought is, when I'm 90, I don't know if I'm going to be yielding, you know, a dermablade like Zorro, you know, and how much damage I could possibly do with that at 90 years old. But I know this, at 90, I'm still going to be trying. So I wanted to make my life a little bit easier. So I'm planning ahead of time for the future, right? And I think that's what I do a lot of times as a gerontologist is I always think about like, okay, when I get old, and at 57, a lot of you might think that I'm old. I'm close to old. I don't feel old. My body doesn't function like it's old. Hopefully I don't look old, but when I do, because that's the goal, inevitably, we're all going to be wrinkly old women, right? What kind of upkeep are you going to want to do when it comes to facial hair? And most older women that I see have got some sort of facial hair. It might just be like my mom, those one or two white hairs that I'm trying to go after with a pair of tweezers, and it might be more. So it just really depends. This is a news announcement for any men that are on here. When men start getting older, a couple of things happen with their hair. They lose it on their head, they sprout it in their nostrils, they sprout it in their ears. Does anybody have a partner, or if there's a man on here where that happens, where all of a sudden it's like, why do older men have like bushels of white hair coming out of their nose that they didn't have when they were younger? If you can get that with laser hair removal when the hair is still dark, that's the key. Because once it turns white, there's no laser hair removal device that is going to work on that, because it's the contrast of the lighter skin with the darker hair. That's when laser hair removal is absolutely the most effective. Izzy IO5 says, yes, my husband is getting ear hairs. Izzy, unless you want your husband or you to be trimming those ears hairs, because it happens with every single man who gets older, it's just something that happens with age. They start sprouting hair out of their ears and more out of their nostrils. When that starts happening, if it's still brown or there's any sort of contrast, if there's still pigment in that hair follicle, it is the perfect time to get laser hair removal, because they'll never have to worry about it again. You'll never have to worry about it again. When that hair starts turning white, forget about it. There's nothing that can be done. And in fact, if your skin is a little bit darker, I'm going to go over like some of the risks with this, because can you burn the heck out of your skin doing laser hair removal? Yeah, because it's happened to me. And one of the easiest ways to do that, to have laser hair removal gone wrong, is to get out in the sun at all beforehand. Now, of course, you're not going to want to go in the sun afterwards, but I have before been on vacation on a beach for a little while, thought I was sunscreened up. Of course, back in the day, I was really smart about protecting my face, but not very smart about protecting my body. And so I'd get a little bit of sun on my skin and come back home, wait for a month, and think that I was safe to do laser hair removal, and it burned the heck out of my skin. So you'll see when we get over, she starts doing the device on my skin, you'll see that the little applicator, the handheld device, could leave a scab in the same size as what's on the laser hair removal device. And that's what happened to me. In not such a nice place down there. So you have to be very careful to make sure that you've been out of the sun for a very long time. That's why I always recommend, if you're going to go through laser hair removal and you're going to do 3 or 4 or 5 treatments, which is recommended, you want to do it in the winter. And so now you notice like our sunsets are getting earlier and earlier. It's going to start getting colder, and it's a perfect time to do it. Let me go back over some of these questions. From Jesse says, do you have to let it grow out before you go in for an appointment? No. You want to shave it. You want to shave right before. It targets hair in the growth cycle. That's why it takes 3 or 4 or 5, sometimes 6 sessions to do. Because if that hair follicle is not in the growth cycle anymore, if it's in the resting cycle or if it's in the shedding cycle, and there's technical names for all of that, but if it's in one of those other cycles, it's not in a growth cycle, it's not going to get that hair. So you don't want to let it grow out before. What you don't want to do is pluck your hair at all. Don't pluck your hair, but you want to shave right before. Hello.
Hello.
Here. My name is Darnell.
Hi, Darnell.
The technician just came in. What was your name?
Yeah, Sylvia. I'm Albina.
Alvina.
Alvina, yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're doing an Instagram live, and I was just going to show people
Okay, perfect.
the whole process of doing that, of doing laser hair removal. Okay, so you're on like a tripod, so I can try to like. This is the technician Alvina.
Hi.
Yeah, and you've been doing this for a long time.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're doing like our full. We're going to do our full face.
Okay.
Of course, we don't want to get the eyebrows. But anything else is fair game. And I just fully shaved everything, so we're at a good.
So let me ask you questions regarding your hair condition. So is it lighter on a like a peach fuzz, or
There
is
is-
it like darker?
There's a combination of peach fuzz. There's a combination of peach fuzz, but also like the little like you can see like here. Let me switch you. You can see like there's some brown follicles in there. Yeah, I'm
So
menopausal.
the
So
darker follicles are better
Yeah.
for laser to see it and keep it. Yeah, you can go keep it a little bit.
okay. I mean, it was years ago that I had it on my underarms and my legs and stuff, and I know like all the blonde hair, it's not
Yeah,
gonna
it's
get.
not taking blonde hair.
So who is the best candidate for laser hair removal? What is the skin
Lighter
type?
skin and darker hair.
Lighter skin and darker
Yeah,
hair.
because laser looks for pigment.
Yeah.
It doesn't understand what pigment it is. So it might be skin tone or it might be tattoo. So laser hits everything, right?
Yeah.
So we have to be careful with tattoos and darker skin. Although those lasers nowadays they're doing any skin tone, even African American.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but we have to be super careful with them and just go with light savings, and they
Yeah.
require more treatments.
So you can do laser hair removal on darker skin
Oh, you can
tones.
now, yeah.
It's just, and how long ago was that? Were you guys able to do that? Like, is this a newer technology where you can do it on?
Well, it's just a different
dark-
laser a little bit, so it's a different settings for darker skin.
I see.
And it's more gentle, so they require more treatments because we cannot go too crazy on them.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's gonna burn us.
I was just telling the listeners here about a time when I thought I didn't have sun exposure, and I came in to get laser hair removal, and it burnt my skin because my skin color had changed and was a little bit darker. How long after sun exposure do you have to wait before you get this done?
Usually 2 weeks. If you truly sunburn, it's 2 weeks delay.
Okay.
And 2 weeks after. I don't see any burning on you. I don't think you sunburn.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm vampire mode now. I never
Yes.
get out into the sun.
Yes.
But this is when I was young and stupid. When I did that before. So okay, so we're just gonna do the full face. And
Let me ask you, have you used any retinols, any acids on your skin? Like
all the time, but I purposely did not do that this week.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't use prescription retin, like the one, even before that, what I was using was like a different, which is a third generation type of retinoid, so it's a lot more gentle. So I wasn't using like a prescription strength even before that.
And you're not taking any antibiotics, any prescriptions, nothing like that?
No, no antibiotics. If you are on an antibiotic though, because somebody's going to ask, how long do you have to wait to be off of an antibiotic?
So it depends on the biotic. Obviously, this Accutane, by example, for skin condition, for skin acne, we wait 6 months after we stop it.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
So because it makes you very sensitive to light, to any laser treatment. If it's just antibiotic for some inflammation in your body, we usually wait for a week.
Wait for a week.
Or 10 days. Yeah.
Okay. So I was on an antibiotic, I think, a month ago, and I waited this long because I know, like, if your skin gets sensitive to light, that's going to increase your potential for burning. Yeah. So I played it super, super safe. Okay. Let's see if there was any other questions. Okay, so we can get, whenever you want to get started, do I have to numb? Because I was going to...
I don't think we need to numb because it has a cooling tip. I'll show you right now how it feels.
Okay. Can I stick this on you just so everybody can hear you? It's just a little magnet. I'll put it right here. Yeah, that's a good place. There you go. Okay. All right. For craft's sake, said if you're taking oral minoxidil, will the laser be effective? Yeah, it doesn't have any.
Yeah.
Because that's part of. Hi, Linda Barons. Linda Barons is on here from Beauty Realize. That's part of why I have so much peach fuzz in the first place. Is because I'm on oral minoxidil. Okay, we're gonna test this out to see if it'll hurt.
So no, you just you just touch it. I'm not activating it, so it feels like ice cube.
Oh yeah.
So it does cool your skin before heat, so you don't feel it as much.
Okay.
But you're supposed to feel a little zaps.
Little zap like a rubber band.
Not being uncomfortable.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's see if I can somehow get the angle. Are you gonna want me sitting down or laying down?
No, lay down.
Okay, so let's see. I'll try to get this angle for you guys. Here we go. So how many treatments, we had the question before of how many treatments are necessary, and I had said like it really depends on that contrast between your hair and your skin. What is your thought? Like how many treatments do you think would be necessary for most people?
It depends on what makes you happy. So some people are happy with a little hair reduction, some people are happy with being completely done. So it usually, we have packages of 6, and it's usually a month apart.
What is the price? I know this question is going to come up. The price of a full face, I believe, was $100.
I'm not really, I don't know really what the price is.
That's what
it's enough from desk. Yeah, because it depends.
Okay, well, I can tell you what our goal is. Our goal is 100% gone. So
and then it might require a little bit more treatments.
Yeah.
Let me just start really low.
And there's no cooling gel or anything. It's just on
No,
dry skin.
I will use ultrasound gel.
Okay, that's why you guys, you want all of your hair back. Clean skin, all of your hair back. Because you don't want ultrasound gel inside your hair. It's not fun. I'm going to stick my headband on real quick. Hold on. I really don't want to have to wash my hair afterwards, so got my little headband. If you guys missed the show that I did last Saturday where I shaved my face and I dermaplaned my face, that newsletter is coming out on Tuesday. So if you don't if you don't subscribe to the newsletter, you can go to liveyounglifestyle.com. It'll prompt you to join. I don't sell any of your information. I can't believe people actually do that. And I only send out a newsletter every Tuesday, which is a recap, my show notes on anything that I did for that Saturday Instagram Live. the previous Saturday Instagram Live, along with an ability to replay that whole live video.
Oh,
Okay.
clean your face. You have nothing, right? on your
No.
face?
And I noticed I also get a couple down
Okay.
there. Yeah. Let's show everybody that. Because
Napkin?
Yeah, because I get so many people say, there's no way you don't have makeup on. There's no makeup. Like
Yeah.
zero. Zero.
She's pretty clean.
I'm very clean.
Okay, I'm gonna do some goggles for you.
I can't see anybody's questions, but if anybody has questions afterwards, or you want to put that behind? If anybody has questions afterwards, I will be in my DMs after this because I realize there's no way I can see what everybody's asking. But I will be in my DMs after this, so if anybody has any questions, please just DM me and I'll make sure I get to it.
Okay, I have to apply some gel.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little cold.
It is a little cold.
Upper lip too, right? You wanna do your upper lip?
Yeah, for sure. And if you can, the nostril hair.
Nostrils. But no nose, right? You don't wanna do nose.
You mean on top of the nose?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any hair there.
Okay.
I mean, if
What
there-
about forehead?
It's all blonde, but if you think that you know there's something there, does it hurt your skin? This is a good question. Does it hurt your skin or damage your skin if you do laser hair removal on places that you only have the peach fuzz?
No.
Is there any way it's beneficial?
Yeah, it's actually sometimes it shrinks your pores, you know.
Oh my
a little
God, we're
bit.
doing the top of the nose then. We're doing the
Just
full
a little
face.
bit. It's not IPL. So IPL is actually better for downsize your pores and for redness, for capillaries. This one is
Yeah.
not like IPL, but it still does a little bit.
You guys, it's been a while since I've done IPL, which is that
Yeah.
intense pulse light laser in an office setting, because I use that Jove's DPL device at home. So if you have ever been interested in doing that kind of treatment at home that helps with capillaries, helps with pores, helps with things like rosacea, any sort of discoloration, sunspots, you can just on any post in the comment section, comment the word Joves, Jovs, and then check your DMs. The little robot will send you a link for a discount code on that at-home device that I do. It's not an IPL, it's a dual pulse light laser, so it's a DPL. And I've had really great results on sunspots with that, but also shrunken pores around the nose. My rosacea has improved a lot, and it just kind of gives you an even skin tone. Along with, like, honestly, I had 3 little dots here on my arm, and that DPL at-home device it's really hard for me to find them to even treat them anymore. So that particular at-home device really does work, and so you can comment Joves, Jovs, on any post that I did, and then check your DM.
Okay, we're about to start, okay?
Okay, so
I'm gonna start with your lower face right there, and you'll feel a little zaps. How do you feel? How's
I
it?
feel nothing.
You feel nothing, nothing?
Nothing.
Not even zaps?
Oh,
You feel a little bit.
of zap on
So,
the chin.
the fun fact, you are feeling it only on the hair follicles. If you don't have hair follicles, you're not gonna feel it.
Okay, that's good to know.
How's it?
Good.
You okay?
Uh-huh. obviously do not have a lot of hair follicles then.
Yeah.
Or I have lacking nerve endings.
So you feel nothing?
Not really. It just feels a little warm. I'm not really feeling... When you were on my chin, I felt a couple of little zaps.
Yeah, you probably had some. I'm gonna increase it a little bit just to see. You okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay, try this one.
Yeah, see, around the chin is where I feel like the little zaps.
You feel it there.
You got some nose hair.
Yay. Okay, let's do your forehead. Yeah, you have pretty light hair.
Yeah, it's very light. It's like the chin, the upper lip, and the nose hair are the ones that are brown. And I've you know I've exaggerated, like it's not a beard, it's not a full-on mustache, you guys, but
Yeah.
there are different there are hair there that wasn't there 5 years ago. And so I know if I'm going to get them, I need to get them while they're brown before I turn into an old white-haired lady.
Okay, we are all done.
All done?
Yes.
Up on the
Do you
upper
want to do
lip.
one more time?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do the nostril and the
Nostril.
upper lip one more
Okay.
time.
Okay.
I know we got some there.
Yeah. Ouch. Oh.
When your technician is saying ouch,
No, I know,
You know
it's a
that
little
she's-
smoke coming, that's why.
you can actually you smell the hair burning.
Yes, yes, yes. But it doesn't hurt, right? It
No,
doesn't hurt. Yeah,
no.
it just it feels a little
Yeah.
extreme. But it's not.
It's more extreme than it hurts.
Yeah, let me
It's
just
true.
take off that gel.
Yeah, you guys, there's not a lot of pain at all. It doesn't. I think the most shocking part was the nose hair, because it kind of had those little zaps and you could smell the hair burning. But other than that, it wasn't a big deal at all.
Okay, so you can remove your goggles now. I'm gonna give you some towel, unless you wanna wash your face. But
Okay,
this is fine.
thank you.
And I will apply some sunscreen on you. I have East Clinical Extreme Protect SPF 30.
Oh,
so
that's
if you
good.
wanna do this
This
one.
Clinical is a really good brand. Okay, so we got all of that off.
Ah.
It's going to be a short live today, you guys. Okay, just a little sunscreen.
Yeah.
You could still, I could still smell the nose, the nose hair. That burnt hair smell is not great.
Yes, it's good treatment, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Smell it. Cream smells good.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
I'm excited to not have to shave anymore. So,
Yeah, so your hair growth is going to be much slower. It's going to be thinner.
so when it comes back, because we need to get it in the growth phase,
Yeah.
when it comes back, the ones that come back that you just got are going to come back finer. But the ones that weren't in the growth phase, those are the ones that I'm going to see come back first, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's why it takes multiple treatments,
Yeah.
you guys, because if the hair's not in the growth phase, it will not target it.
Yeah. We are slowly killing follicles now. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. That's laser hair removal round 1. All right, you guys. If you don't belong to that newsletter, just go to liveyounglifestyle.com. You'll get to replay this whole video, and I'll keep you posted on when I come in for the next treatment. Is that in like how many weeks?
It's usually 4 weeks.
4 weeks. So I'll be back here next month. I think it's going to take at least like 3 or 4 treatments. All right, have a great Saturday, everybody. I'll see you next Saturday, but also I'll be in my DMs if you guys have any questions. All right, thanks for joining. See you later.